we will have an opening address by Maxwell Ampon, CEO, Maxwell Investment Group.
Thank you all very much once again for being here. Maxwell Investments Group, our company, we have been doing business in Ghana for a while now. We are very good friends of Gawu. We are very good friends with the chamber. We are very good friends with the transport unions. And I'm sure that one way or another we have had dealings before. But in uncertain times like we find ourselves in now with COVID and everything that is happening, this is when you bring your friends closer. So we decided that yebeton sania fremo namaba na yakasa na our relationship will be much stronger. Our company has its oldest subsidiary. The oldest company in the group was from 2006. That's Staff's Commodities. So we've been in the system for quite a while now. And when you deal with Maxwell Investments Group, when you deal with a group of companies with a partnership as extensive as what we have, right now, whatever we are going to discuss here will involve Maxwell Investments Group. It will involve Gawu. It will involve insurance companies. It will involve financiers. It will involve agricultural equipment producers. It will involve Burkina Faso Chamber of Commerce. It will involve transport unions. And just like I said earlier, the whole idea is for stronger partnership with our friends because it is uncertain times. 6 months ago, I didn't know that the world would be like this. And I'm sure the world will be different 3 months from now. So the best for all of us to do is to put our heads together, find the strongest bonds that are available for us to prepare for the worst times, to enjoy the best times, and make sure that this event can be one that we'll look back at a few years from now and say this is when the big thing started. So I'm very happy to see all of you here. I think when we're having the breakfast, I did a few with some of you, and I like the energy. I know that the very, very, very great things are going to happen by the end of today and tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Now, I shall call upon the General Secretary of the General Agricultural Workers Union of TUC in the person of Mr. Edward Caraway. He is going to give us an overview of General Agricultural Workers Union with regard to our meeting here this morning.
Let me join Maxwell to welcome our august farmers here and then to say thank you for defying all the odds to be here for this meeting. I also want to take this opportunity to extend a friendship of collaboration to their excellencies who are here, both within and outside this country. We are extremely honored to have such an opportunity to relate, and I am in no doubt that at the close of the day, our bond of friendship will be stronger. We in Gawu have been in existence for over 60 years. So the Union Gawu is older than me. I'm yet to be 60 years. And that is as far back as 1959. So if you see us here, we have taken this meeting very, very important because Gawu is meant to seek the welfare of our members who are workers and who are farmers, and then the general populace. And in doing that, we work with other institutions of like mind. That is why we take this meeting very, very important, to the extent that my national chairman ought to have been at another meeting. He had to leave it and be here with us. So, Chairman, thanks for still being here in spite of, the other meeting, which is equally important. Now, as I indicated, we are over 60 years. And we are a trade union that is focused in the agricultural area. The economy is divided into many areas. We all know that agriculture is the basis of every economy, particularly an economy like Ghana. Everybody probably has taken breakfast. If you have skipped breakfast, you would have probably taken dinner. If you skip dinner, you would have probably taken lunch. If you skipped lunch, you would have probably taken breakfast yesterday. And so food is important, and the people who bring food to our tables, we should never ever joke with those people. So as an economy, the whole economy is built on agriculture. When agriculture goes right, everything goes well for us. People will go to war when they are hungry. People will sleep when they are hungry. People will lose energy when they are hungry. So as a union, our aim is to make sure that all that is related to agriculture, either in the formal, in the informal, we work together to make sure that their lives are improved. So if you look at Gawu, our work is divided into two. We have the formal sector, and then we have the informal sector. The formal sector is also divided into two. We have the public formal, and then we have the private formal. When you take the public formal, that one has to do with Ministry of Agriculture, the extension officers, and so on. They are part of Gawu. Most of us have, gotten to where we are through cocoa money that has meant to subsidize education for us to be where we are. Unfortunately, our chairman is working with Cocoa Board. So we are grounded in every public sector of the economy that is so important to our economy. Now, we move to, we have the formal private sector. The formal private sector are those that are companies that are working in agriculture. Now we have Benso oil palm plantation. They are Adubanso. You those who know Takrady and beyond, Adubanso, that's where their headquarters is. They produce palm oil. And the palm oil is for local consumption and export. You go to Ghana Oil Palm Development Company. They are at Kwai, which is after Kadi, near Asiom. The company has been there since 1975. It is also producing palm oil. They also refine palm oil into olein, like fritol. They export it, and it's also consumed locally. You look at Ghana Rubber Estates. They produce rubber, and rubber takes 7 years before you can begin to tap it. They produce this rubber, and they export this rubber to outside. I can continue counting. That is the private sector. Now, when you come to the informal sector, farmers are different. They are not the same. So we have grouped the farmers into economic crops. It is for a very good reason. As when we go for breakfast, it's not, or we are going for lunch. If they ask us, what food do you want? Some people will say they want fufu. Some will say they want what? Jollof, rice. Some will say they want banku. Some will say they want this. Sometimes it is not just what they want, but there are some people here, when they eat fufu, in fact, they will fall sick, or their body doesn't like it. So we have grouped the farmers according to economic crops. Now, we have cocoa farmers who are part of Gawu. Cocoa does not grow where rice is grown. So a rice farmer's need is different from a cocoa farmer's need. So those who produce rice, we group them together. Then we have the rice farmers group, cocoa farmers group, cassava farmers group, soya farmers group, and whatever, because your needs are different. Because the aim of a trade union is there to service the needs of its people. And where we cannot service it alone, we have collaborations like we are having with Maxwell Investment Group to be able to solicit resources and work with people who are interested in growing agriculture and servicing the people who are working in agriculture, so that we could together leverage their interest. So that is the informal sector. Now, beyond the economic groups, we now have those who you can put them on the rice, you can put them on the cocoa, you can put them on the cotton farmers, you can put them on the soya. They produce almost everything. And we, those who have been born in villages and worked with the farmers, we know that on your small farm, you have almost everything. You have okra, you have tomatoes there, you have pepper there, you have millet there, you have everything. Those people will put them together, and we think that they are called peasant farmers or smallholder farmers, and do that. It is for the purpose of servicing them. So that is what Gawu stands. So we've done this all these years. So when it comes to our knowledge in how to service farmers, it is impeccable. It is huge. It goes beyond myself. It goes beyond my chairman. But it's a whole institution. It's a whole institution. And we have got representatives in all the regions. So we have our offices in all the regions who work directly with the farmers and work directly with the companies. So someone should not have it in mind that, unlike many institutions who claim to be representing people, we are only in Accra. We are not in Accra. Last week I was in Takoradi. I went to a place called Chibu. It is 150 miles away from Takoradi, to meet the farmers there, to meet the company there. So this is what Gawu is. And whenever we have an opportunity to service farmers, that is where our joy is. Because I myself and my chairman and all those who are there, we are only made to be here not because we are not farmers, but we've been farmers, been a rice farmer, tomato farmer, soya bean farmer, and the other types of it. Because we have suffered it. And probably if things were done well, today, I will not be standing here, I'm saying this, I would have been a very rich farmer. But the very people who are working hard to feed all of us are the poor people in this country. We need to change that particular narrative. Farmers are supposed to be rich. And we, those who know what happens in other countries, when they say farmer, that farmer is a very rich person. So this is what Gawu stands for. And because of our representation and our many years of experience, we are able to negotiate with our companies to service farmers. So we take the company, for instance, if we take Cocoa Board. Cocoa Board is an institution on its own. So we negotiate with Cocoa Board for the workers that are working in Cocoa Board. But then we also negotiate with Cocoa Board to service the farmers on the ground. We have a cotton company. We negotiate for the workers who are working in the cotton company, but we also negotiate with the company to service the cotton farmers. We negotiate with ICO, which is an irrigation company, for the workers that are working there. But we also negotiate with that company to service what? The farmers who are producing rice soya at the irrigation grounds. You know, we negotiate with CSIR, Soil Research, Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, and so on, food research, for the workers that are working there, but also to satisfy the farmers who take their products. So we do this dealing with government on one hand, because when it comes to government policies, they can enhance the benefit of farmers, or sometimes they do not enhance. We need to negotiate with government to point out that, look, this area of our agricultural system needs government support. You see, it needs government support. And currently, when they are giving 600 million Ghana cedis to be given to SMEs, small scale enterprises. The question again we ask is, how many farmers have got tin numbers? Groups under agriculture, rice farmers, soya bean farmers, cocoa farmers, and the rest, they can also access that. But they need to pass through what? Certain basic requirements. So we lead them to get the tin numbers, and then they also get that money to support themselves under this COVID. And because it's a COVID period, all of us here, our families, our relations are at risk. What we pray, and we are working hard to make sure that the agricultural sector, those who are working in the agriculture, should never ever be seriously affected by this COVID. Otherwise, that will be, because you can't sit at home and work on your farm when you are doing agriculture. But workers can sit at home, they can work at home, use telephones to work, use emails to work. As for us, farmers, unless you go to the farm yourself, you can't use internet to work on your farm. We have not yet reached that technology. So these are things that we are seriously concerned about, and we are working closely with government, with all the agencies, to also make sure that farmers are protected and supported in this era of the COVID. On this note, since we are here, I would like to stop here, and I believe that as we interact, we'll get to know each other better. There's a saying that if you're a farmer, you don't take one day to know your farm. You have to always visit the farm. In fact, a good farmer will either reside on your farm, and then you have chance to walk around and see it, or you visit it at very regular, daily, or any other day to make sure that things go on right. So it will not take only this moment to know what Gawu is, but then this is just an opening for you to begin to know what Gawu is and ask more questions, and then you know more about Gawu. I therefore thank all of you for this opportunity, and that you farmers, any other partner, should be assured that Gawu is ready to work hard as we have worked hard over 60 years till now. Thank you.
Nobody is going to take us for a ride, because after today, we will see our way clear with regard to how we are going to produce, how we are going to market our produce, and how we are going to get inputs to produce what we do best.
The network started working with a project that is USAID Advance. That is how I came to meet the network, and I started doing activities with them. And basically what they do is work with the outgrower model system. That is identifying a farmer who is up there, then profiling smallholder farmers under him. He would identify communities where he thinks smallholder farmers are around, so that he can give them support in terms of inputs, threshing services, seeds, training, that is gaps, so that whatever services he provides for the smallholder farmer, because of the capacity his farmers have gotten in gaps, when he gives them inputs, they in turn pay in kind or in cash. So when the project was about ending, we thought it wise. Why not bring the farmers together to work collectively? Even though you can be at your own small location and then work as an individual. But with collectivism, we know they will go far. This is how come the network came to be. And first of all, the network is working in 6 districts in the Boku Municipal. That is Boku Municipal itself, Boku West, Binduri, Pusiga, Garu, and Timpani. And their mission is looking at a future where every farmer has a strong well-being. We know that the smallholder farmers usually, when it comes to servicing, they are the vulnerable ones. They are very vulnerable. So if an outgrower business is on top there, or a nucleus farmer, and he's capable, he will provide support to those people. And the mission, the vision, is creating a resilient enterprises of farmers that produces to feed the nation and even beyond. That is one of their vision. And when you come to the achievements, they have had a lot of capacity buildings and even interventions from other projects, not only USAID Advance, but other projects like Care International, IFDC, and the likes. They, as OBs, have capacities in TQM, that is Total Quality Management. When it comes to grain quality standards, they have that capability. When you come to good agronomic practices, they are on top. They have a strong collaboration with the MUFA in Boku and the other districts they work with. And all the directors know about this particular group and their activities. So basically, this is just a brief or general overview. I want participants to know about the network. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Farouk. He's in the person of Mr. Sheriff Wadrago. Shall we welcome him with a round of applause?
Okay, good morning, everybody. I need to speak in French, but don't worry, I understand all the things you are saying. Yeah. Mr. Kwame is my assistant. Alors, bonjour tout le monde. Merci beaucoup. Je voudrais dire merci au groupe Maxwell pour cette invitation.
I would like to thank Maxwell Investment Group for this very invitation.
Je crois que j'ai eu raison de venir.
I think I was right by deciding to come here.
Parce que quand on regarde les objectifs de cette rencontre,
because when you look at the objectives of this very meeting
et les acteurs qui participent à la rencontre,
and the stakeholders partaking in this,
on a raison d'y participer.
So we are right to ourselves.
Parce qu'on parle de l'agriculture.
Because we are all speaking about agriculture.
Ceux qui m'ont dévancé ont déjà donné les bénéfices de l'agriculture.
My predecessors all outlined the benefits of agriculture.
Vous savez que la terre ne ment pas.
And you know that the land never tells lies.
C'est ce que vous sémez que vous récoltez.
That is what you sow that you reap.
Cette parole est dans le Coran, elle est dans la Bible.
And this very statement is found in the Bible and in the Holy Quran.
Donc, tout de suite, il disait que les paysans, à cause de Covid-19, ils sont obligés d'aller au champ.
The chairman just said that even though we have the COVID-19 currently,
c'est pas la même chose que les autres services où tu peux travailler au téléphone ou bien par ordinateur.
Farmers still have to, unlike other services and businesses whereby they can use the technology and work from their homes.
Simplement parce que le téléphone peut mentir, l'ordinateur peut mentir.
Simply because the telephone can lie, and the same applies to the computer.
C'est parce que la terre ne ment pas que le paysan est obligé d'y être.
And unlike the telephone and the computer, the farmer has to go to his farmland.
Les pays qui se sont développés, ce sont les pays qui ont mis l'accent sur l'agriculture.
The developed countries, as we know them today, they started by putting much importance or impact on agriculture.
Parce que le travail de l'agriculture produit des emplois, produit des richesses.
Because agriculture can grow wealth as well as bring job to people.
Alors, la Chambre de commerce du Burkina Faso est une institution publique.
The Burkina Faso Chamber of Commerce is a public institution
qui travaille avec le gouvernement du Burkina Faso
which works with the government of Burkina
pour développer l'économie, pour créer le développement.
in order to develop economy and also promote development.
Nous sommes là au Ghana depuis des années.
We are present in Ghana here since years
pour faciliter les échanges commerciaux entre le Ghana et le Burkina Faso.
in order to facilitate trade between Ghana and Burkina Faso.
Je suis content quand je suis arrivé, j'ai vu mon frère Dianda.
I was very happy when I saw my brother Dianda.
Parce que c'est lui qui est en charge de tout ce qui est transport logistique du Burkina vers le Ghana et du Ghana vers le Burkina Faso.
Because he's the one in charge of transport and logistics when it comes to trade between Ghana and Burkina Faso.
Alors, la Chambre de commerce donne des avis au gouvernement du Burkina Faso.
The Chamber of Commerce gives advice to the cabinet of Burkina
Dans tous les secteurs qui touchent l'économie du Burkina Faso,
in all sectors that has to do with the economy of the country,
y compris l'agriculture.
and including agriculture.
Je voudrais profiter de cette occasion pour féliciter Maxwell
I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate Maxwell
pour cette vision
for this vision,
qui a souhaité que la Chambre de commerce du Burkina Faso puisse être partenaire avec Maxwell
because he also wanted the chamber to be partners of their group
dans le cadre de la promotion des activités de l'agriculture,
as part of promotion of activities relating to agriculture,
dans le cadre des échanges d'expériences entre les producteurs du Burkina et les producteurs du Ghana,
as part of the exchange of intel between Burkina farmers and Ghana farmers,
en termes de promotion commerciale de produits.
in terms of commercial promotion of products.
Donc, je suis très heureux et je lui dis aujourd'hui l'engagement de la hiérarchie de la Chambre de commerce
I'm very happy, and today I'm here to reiterate the commitment of my management
que j'ai informé avant de venir ici.
that I informed before attending this forum.
Nous allons tendre vers une formalisation de partenariat
We are moving to a formalization of the partnership,
et je pense que ça sera très bénéfique.
and I think it will be very, very profitable for all parties.
C'est l'occasion pour moi aussi de vous féliciter, vous producteurs,
It's also the occasion for me to congratulate you, the farmers,
parce que c'est vous les premiers acteurs du développement.
because you are the first stakeholders of development.
Vous avez besoin d'accompagnement technique,
You need technical support.
vous avez besoin d'accompagnement
You
financier
need financial support
pour faire en sorte que l'agriculture puisse se développer.
so that you can make grow your agricultural business.
Je crois que nos gouvernances en sont conscients.
And I'm sure that our governors are very conscious about it.
Mon ami en a parlé tout à l'heure.
My friend from the Gawu just said it.
Je crois que Maxwell en a conscience.
And the Maxwell Investment Group are also conscious about that.
Je crois qu'ils vont mettre toutes les énergies nécessaires pour vous accompagner.
And I'm sure they will put all necessary energy together to make sure that they support you.
De plus en plus, la demande est très forte
And the demand is growing on and on.
et il faut travailler à satisfaire la demande.
And we need to work so that we meet or we satisfy the demand.
Je suis très content aussi d'avoir papa comme voisin.
I'm also happy to have daddy as my neighbor.
Dans mon village, au pays, quand tu rencontres un vieux, c'est une bénédiction pour toi.
In my country, when you meet an elderly person, it's a blessing for you
Parce que tu rencontres la sagesse,
because you met wisdom
tu rencontres la connaissance,
and you met knowledge,
tu rencontres l'expérience,
experience,
tu rencontres la bénédiction.
and blessing.
Et moi, je suis assis à côté.
And I'm just sitting beside him.
Donc, j'ai rencontré la bénédiction.
So I've met blessing.
Alors, je voudrais aussi profiter, bénir tout le monde,
So I'm also extending the blessing to
bénir vos
all of us.
activités.
Blessing to your businesses.
Malgré Covid-19, on est tous vivants, on est là.
Despite the COVID-19, we are still alive, and we've gathered here.
On est toujours vivants.
We are alive,
Et on restera vivants par la grâce de Dieu.
and we'll still be alive by God's grace.
Si on est vivant, c'est pour qu'on soit utile aux nations.
If we are still alive, it means that we need to be useful for the nation.
Donc, nous devrons développer plus d'énergie,
So we need to put up more energy,
d'intelligence et de connaissance,
intelligence and knowledge,
profiter de la sagesse des papas
and also benefit from the wisdom of our
pour
elderly people,
avancer un pas, deux pas, trois pas de
so
plus.
that we can move step by step.
Je bénis Maxwell Group et son directeur général
Blessings to MIG and their CEO,
pour que, à partir de cette rencontre,
so that from this very forum,
nous veillons une bonne vision, une excellente vision pour l'agriculture.
we move to a better vision for agriculture.
Je vous remercie.
Thank you.
Now I can see the marriage is moving to a different level. It's not going to remain local, but we shall also go international. Yes. It means the future is bright. Thank you very much for such a very wonderful presentation. I'll now go to the chairman for the Burkina Faso Road Transport Organization in the person of Mr. Dianda.
Good morning. Je remercie l'Assemblée ce matin.
I thank you all this morning.
Mon frère a déjà briefé tout ce que je devrais dire.
My brother most
Donc, pour répéter les mêmes choses, ce n'est pas
just
nécessaire.
to repeat what he said.
Seulement, je vais vous dire que l'agriculture,
I would like to let you know that agriculture
c'est notre base.
is our basis.
Nous qui sommes tous là, on est tous nés là-bas.
And we all know that we all started from there.
Mais moi, en tant que transporteur,
As a member of the transport union,
je souhaite que l'agriculture puisse aller en avance.
I wish we move agriculture one step ahead.
C'est par là que notre transport
That is where transporters can also get their job.
c'est par ce côté que nous puissions commencer notre transport.
And that is where we can also start our business.
Donc, ce matin, je suis très satisfait.
This morning, I am very satisfied.
Non seulement je suis dans ma famille,
Not only I am in family,
maintenant, si je vois l'assemblée, si je vois, parce que tous ceux qui sont là,
when I have a look at all the participants,
ce sont des parents.
they are all relatives.
Donc, vraiment, je souhaite à ce que nous faisons puisse aller en avance.
I wish we all work together so that we move agriculture forward.
Vive l'agriculture,
Long live agriculture.
vive ceux qui souhaitent que l'agriculture puisse aller en avance.
Long live those who work
Je
so that
souhaite que
agriculture.
Maxwell, la compagnie Maxwell,
Long live Maxwell Company.
puisse vous accompagner
And I wish they support you.
et je serai là pour le transport.
And I'll be there for the
Et
transportation.
je vais faciliter presque tout
And I'll make sure that we'll facilitate
pour que cette récolte puisse aller là où il faut.
facilitate all the transport activities so that the crops will reach their destination.
Je vous remercie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dianda, for such a wonderful presentation. I think now the way is getting clearer and clearer. At this juncture, I'll call on the representative from Foundries and Agricultural Machinery Ghana Limited. They are one of the biggest contractors for the Ministry of Agriculture in terms of farm machinery and then other inputs. So I'll give them the opportunity to let us know what they can offer this marriage. So let's welcome a representative from Foundries Ghana Limited.
We are here representing Foundries and our director, Mr. Kamal Ram. As the MD said, Foundries and Agricultural Machinery Ghana Limited was formed in 1975, and we've been working for the past 45 years and still counting. And as a matter of fact, I'm also privileged and honored to be part of this marriage, to be part of this group in order to help in the upliftment of agricultural development in Ghana and Africa and the world as well. We are here to add our quota. That is in terms of agricultural input, in terms of irrigation input, in order for the farmer to at least receive more yields at the end of every harvest. So we have here irrigation requirement for soybean plantation in Ghana, presented by Foundries and Agricultural Machinery Ghana Limited, the solar irrigation team. So we form the solar irrigation team. We don't only do supply and install solar water pumps, but we do also supply agric machineries, voucher tractors, planters, maize shellers, combine harvesters, and a lot more. But just that we actually form the part of the solar irrigation team. So we are here to have our presentation done, as well as if there are more additions for us to tell you or for us to give you the information on other machinery we have and we supply to the Ministry of Agric. When time permits me, I will also enlighten ourselves on that. We are in partnership with 2 manufacturers, and one from Germany, Laurent, and one from China, Solartech. We have been working with them for a very long time, and the pumps that we have been installing is from Laurent and also from Solartech. And you know, we have been working with GIZ for about 5 or 10 years. We were under them, we were installing pumps for them. And they tell us, we actually go to the farms, we gather parameters from the farm, and also we size the pump for the farmer, and we install. That's how it is. So we've been working with them, and it has been very successful. So when you want to entrust, when you want to come in partnership, Maxwell Investment, we are also partners in that, and we would like to urge you to actually go into solar water pump, and you will never regret it. Solar water pump is for us. We have to utilize the sun. The sun is just scorching and going away, but we have a way to renew the sun into energy. The sun is energy, but when the sun is going away, you just be there, and that's all. And you'll be running helter skelter for water in order to increase yield. But this is one key thing for us to increase our yield. So I thank you very much. So I would like to end here, and in due time we shall all go outside to have a look at our demonstration unit, how solar water pump works. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
300-acre solar irrigation system. Yeah. I want to know whether is the whole land being irrigated, or whether it is the transportation of the water to the land.
You know, for the 300-acre land, it's in such a way that the farmer chose a specific portion to be irrigated, and he is practicing. We are pumping into a tank, then by gravity it flows onto the field slowly, but in sections. He has also constructed a dam like what we saw here, a dam, and he has also drilled a borehole in addition. So he's having 2 boreholes and a huge dam that very soon he will want to irrigate as well. So for that dam, is going to serve about 200 or 250 acres of the land, and his pump has been sized. Basically, we size the pump. We go to your farm, we pick out parameters, the size of the land, we pick out pumping distance, the reservoir. I want to pump from here to that. We actually take measurement of that. If 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, we take into consideration. We take into consideration the amount of water, the volume of water you need per day. We also take into consideration. When we gather all this information, we come back to the office, sit down, and design a pump for you. So your pump, when I design a pump for this man, this same pump will not suit this man's farm, because you are working on 300 acres and this man is working on 2 acres. So when the parameters are added, it will be 2 different pumps. So when I design your pump, it's basically best for your farm. This man can never come and take your pump for it to work. It's not workable on his farm because it is tailor made. I come to your farm, take certain assessment, measurement, parameters used to design your pump for you. That's how it works. So it depends. This man might have 2 acres or 10 acres. This man might have 20 acres. This man may need 20 cubic meters of water per day. This man may need about 10 cubic meters of water per day. So it varies. But any pump that we size for you is for your farm and is the best. When you go to the tailor or the fashion designer, he or she takes measurement of you. At the end of the day, the dress that he shows for you fits you exactly. That's how it works. That's how solar water pumping system works. Thank you very much.
Okay. And I want to know about if you have 10 acres land, how much will be the cost of the solar to help you in your farm?
Okay. When you have about 10 acres of land, how much will be the cost of land? The solar pumping system, the cost of installation and everything. Just an estimate. Well, it's sometimes farmers do ask this, and it's really difficult to tell you the exact amount. Okay, because 10 acres, I don't only need the acre alone. I need your water, where your water is. Are you working on a borehole? Do you have a borehole on your farm? Or you have a nearby river? Or you have a canal or a dam? A borehole. The borehole, I need to know the data summary of the borehole. The borehole, when they drill the borehole, they have to perform a test on the borehole. When they perform a test on the borehole, they will come out with the total depth of the borehole. They also come out with the static water level of the borehole, the dynamic water level, the pump installation depth. Because if the borehole is 100 meters, we don't submerge the pump to 100 meters. No. Otherwise, when it starts pumping, it will suck mud, and it will affect the pump. So we have a certain point of installing the pump, perhaps 20 meters above or something. You get it? So this information, when you have the borehole, I will take it, and per that, I'll have my calculations on that. And the distance you are pumping to, okay, and the system application you are using. Maybe I'm using a drip line system. I'm using a sprinkler system. It gives a certain amount of pressure. So many calculations go into it before I'm able to give you a requisite pro forma invoice for you to pay.
Question about the soybean production. Yes, as we have come here, we have also come to send this information back to our communities. So, carrying back this information, you will see some of the farmers asking that if they produce, how much is the cost of the soya that they are going to buy per bag or the kilo? Thank you.
Chairman, you see, it's, this is a collaboration that is dear to our heart. In fact, I came to Accra in 1996, and Foundries, that company, we have been working with them all along. And as I did indicate, their workers are unionized by Gawu. It is not a company that we know. But I did not know that they had a collaboration with MIG, Maxwell Investment Group. It was when we were doing all these things, they will now say that, oh, so they are those to come and then exhibit their equipment and so on. Kamal, the managing director of that particular company, was supposed to be here. You could see that he was the one to make the presentation. He just called that he was called again to go to Minister of Trade. That's why he couldn't come. So we're talking. What I'm just trying to say is that, you see, you won't know much of a person until you begin to deal with a person. In fact, this is an exciting exercise in the sense that we are able to now say that we now have, first, when we have our produce, we can be guaranteed of a market. Someone will come and take it. That's one. Two, what type of equipment do we need? And at what stage? Now, we have an institution that has not come to you by its own means, but it has come through what? Jesus Christ. No one goes to where? To the Father without passing through it. And that's what I've indicated. The union is what? 60 years. Abdramani has been on our neck for all these years. He's a huge person within our neck. You can see that We will not sit down and allow foundries or any company which will pass through us will be in a collaboration to do what the farmers do not want, because we ourselves are farmers. You see? So I can see the questions coming, but those things we have to be addressed, and we'll address them. We will address them. It is good the questions are coming, but I can assure you on this, because I don't have fears to do so, because we have worked with them for all this. We are going to decide the type of equipment we want. If they don't have that particular one immediately, and they will procure it, the next time they will now bring what we need. Because they can't bring what they don't know that you need. You can guess. You can guess that you need this. But it is only when you specifically tell them what you need, then we will make sure that that is also done. So this is a relationship that is to build into the future. And we want to make sure that, because as a union, we can go on strike. You sometimes hear us, and some of us will hear us on radio and TV talking about things. We can go on demonstrations. But we are interested in making sure that we build a new farmers, in this country to become capable of themselves, having their own resources. We can't do things the usual way. And we can't leave everything for government to do, because they also have their limits. And that's why, as a union, we have had this collaboration, because if the union had got the money, we would have come to give it to you. And Adraman will take the decisions at neck that the money should be given. But we don't have it. But that does not mean that we cannot get somebody somewhere to be able to provide equipment. Gawu does not produce equipment. But if we know where there's equipment, we should be able to link our people to them. And then, even if they don't know you, they know Gawu, don't they? Yes. So this is what we are trying to create. We need to think outside the box. We need to defy the existing, the status quo, to come out. And that is why Kamal Group, that is a founders company, they will supply what we want. And we will also try to look at prices that could be what? Good for us. Because it's a relationship that goes into the future. It is not today. And none of us should think that because immediately we have come to solve, have an agreement on the rest, our problems will go overnight. It's not going to be so. And we are all farmers, we know. However desirous you are, if you put the crop in the soil, it must take a certain number of months. You can't do anything about that. And you must do the weeding, you must do this. Even with hunger, until you finally get your produce. We are toughing people as farmers. We have patience, and there's nobody who has patience as much as farmers. That we all know. If all of us here as farmers, we know it. It is our patience that makes us to continue to be what we are. So this is the type of thing we want to do, and we want to start with you. And we know that people will come to us, the state authorities will come to us and give us support as and when they know that we are strong. But they won't go to you and go and pick you on the ground when you are nothing. They will not do that. And that's what we want to show, that we are there, we want ourselves. This is what we are doing. What can be done to us? Because nobody will help you when you don't help yourself. So, fundraise, they will do what we want because they are going to serve us. It is also because we have had a relationship with them all these years. So, MIG and all the collaborators that are here, is that it is for the interest of the farmers. That is at all our agenda. Focus. Focus. So I'm sorry I'm speaking this way, but that is what we are going to do. We will not allow things to go wrong at all. We will not allow it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Secretary. At this juncture, we will pause here, go for a snack break, and then look at the equipment that has been brought in by Foundries. And then if you have any further questions, we can ask them and they also clarify them for us. Thank you very much. We shall go for a quick snack break, and after that, we'll come and continue with our activity. I'll call on one of our partners. He's in the person of Nana Utukwao, deceased. He is from Gawu Asibi. He is known in private as Kwame Edukumi. So I'll give him the opportunity to also tell us something brief. Thank you, Nana. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow chiefs. Like he rightly said, my name is Nana Uchukwa Set, Gawu Asebi, and I'm a partner with investment. I hope you can hear me. Good. We've been partners for a while. I've known Maxwell for a very long time, and Ghana as a country, we all know how important agriculture is. So in partnering with Maxwell Investments, my farmers are also under the same scheme, and I think it's a very good thing. If we really want to develop agriculture in the country, we need partnerships like this. So I'm very happy my fellow chiefs are also here to participate. I, for instance, want to make a farm plains part of where my portion of my land, an investment for agriculture. I want to promote the agriculture there very, very well. One of my fellow chiefs was talking about being a pigeon farmer and farming about 500 acres. I think he has done very, very, very well. And if people who are that capable are empowered with the right machinery and expertise, I'm sure they'll blow our minds. In the same way, our pigeon farmers in our locality, if we should put them together, empower them with the right tools, I think we'll be proud as chiefs and part of the community. I'm proud of what Maxwell Investment is doing. Gawu, I salute you. TUC, you've all done very well. I appeal that fellow chiefs and fellow farmers, let's rally behind and let's make this work. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you. Nana, I don't know whether he doesn't want to share this with you. Nana sits on a vast land covering about, is it 400,000 acres? Arable land. Yes. That's part of his wealth. Not his whole wealth. That's part of his wealth. So we should also ponder over this. If maybe we want to go there and then engage in other farm produce as well, I think that now will be so much charitable for that cause.
Well, I'm sure some of the other chiefs also have more acres than I do. But at my place, I'm privileged to have the Volta Lake and a farm bordering me. So whether there's rainfall or there's no rainfall, anywhere you dig a borehole, you get water. Unlike the other parts of the country where are farm plains. Yes, are farm plains. So anybody who would want to also in the future partner, we are always welcome. Maxwell and I are family. So anybody who is part of under the MIG group, you're always welcome to also join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Nana. Well, I shall now call upon the CEO of Maxwell Investment Group to give us his presentation with regard to operations subsidiaries, their agricultural commodities operations and relationship with Gawu?
Your being here has been it's going better than I ever thought, and I would like to thank all of you for being so gracious to come all the way from there here, to be so open to partnership, to be open to new things. It takes bravery to do that. And on behalf of Maxwell Investments Group, my partners, I want to start off by saying we appreciate you being here. We are not taking it for granted at all. During the break, a lot of my board members are asking, how's it going? Omini Ajana, are they okay? And I'm telling them that, oh, Oma Bafie, we have come home. And that feeling of you being home is what is making me know that everything is going very well. So now I want to tell you a little bit about the family you are about to join. When we started, of course, we did not start with a number of companies. We started as one company. But as time went on, we moved from logistics. We went into supply chain and distribution, commodities trading, and it is our commodities trading endeavors that has led us to invite all of you here today, because we want to expand on it. Why? Like I said earlier, COVID-19 has wreaked the world, and I am happy that I got the support of my people to pay proper attention to our commodities trading endeavors. Because we know how the system is now, pricing are going up and down. But have you noticed demand has not really gone down for cash crops? Because you can't survive without food. So with the proper strategic planning, when it comes to cash crops like soya bean, we can survive this pandemic and actually even come out as market leaders. There is a specific strategic reason why you are here, and with your help, we are going to maneuver whatever challenges that face you, face me, face my friends, face my elders. We are going to be able to maneuver our way through it. So MIG is not one company. We are a group of companies. Like Foundries told you, we are friends with Foundries. My personal plan I want to share with you for MIG is the next time that we meet people, I prefer to be sit there with you whilst we meet another person. We prefer to be 20 companies or 60 companies talking to one person. That way, say, or bibimpa my 3 cities, we can get it for 50 pesos because we have the numbers and we have that ability to actually negotiate. So the family that you are joining is one that believes in strategic planning. It's one that we are not haphazard at all. We've grown very slowly. I'm sure most of you might not have heard of us so much, but I can assure you we one way or another have dealt with you because we've been here since 2006. And also, we are in the news every Monday. You open the Business and Financial Times, you are there. By any adverts there. That is how strategic we are with our execution. So our mission in MIG is that in everything we find ourselves in, whether it's real estate, whether it's commodities trading, tomorrow if we decide that it's very good we sell pens, we want to be market leaders so much that we put society, the economy, and the environment ahead of everything that we do. These are the kind of policies that move every company from a young company to a multi-corporation. And there is no multi-corporation that did it without partnerships. So partnerships is at the top of my list right now. Why I want to collaborate with with organizations like Gawu is because with Gawu comes authenticity. Gawu is not an organization, although mobile, where you won't find them the next day. They are not, it's not hard to get that verified tick on Gawu. They are, as my big brother said, they are 60 years in the making, and they can give you what they need. They are in the business of welfare. So if you have an organization that is in the business of welfare, and you have my company that is in the business of business, but looking to add welfare to it, there is no other place that I think we could have gotten the kind of relationship that we have right now with Gawu. When Foundries was also making the presentation, some of you were asking about harvesters and combine and all of that. You see, Mabafi, now the whole idea is after today we know each other. I can call my big brother here and say, hello, what to say? He too can call me in Accra and say, just like the way my big brother can call me from Tema and say, can you check on this for me? Can you check on that for me? After this, we are going to avail to you all of our partners, whether it's insurance, whether it's machinery, even whether it's financing. It starts from one place and then it moves to another. Because we have found ourselves in a field where a lot of people are doing many, many amazing things in the field of agric, but in Africa, it takes a check and sana people catch on to what exactly agriculture means all over the world. Governments like the US are not interested in a lot of things. Agriculture is one of them. They might tell you they're interested in real estate and stuff. No. Adriane, food, agriculture. Even Ghana, like my big brother said, over 50% of Africa's activities are agricultural based. So we have to find a way to make the most out of this. Every deal that is going to be struck with everyone here, any activity that we are going to do with everybody here, I am personally assuring you that you are part of it. We cannot do this without you. So any message that you send back to your farmers, we will make sure that we trace that to whoever is in charge of that message link, and we will add you to it. I have no intention of moving forward and leaving my partners behind. No. Gawu, Foundries, our insurance partners, our hotelier partners, all our partners. I make sure that they are a part of our journey moving forward. So be rest assured that with looking at our past, looking at our future, looking at what everybody has, most of the big companies have been through, we have no intentions of moving forward without you. We can't do this without you. That one, it's very, very, very clear. When you were asking about you said fertilizer and some other stuff. Wait, who was at the meeting? Mr. Kadri. Is Mr. Kadri here? Yes, Mr. Kadri. How many metric tons of fertilizer was our partner willing to give us if this meeting goes well? 40,000 metric tons of fertilizer.
30,000 metric tons of fertilizer.
40,000 metric tons. So, I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I'm really prepared. You know, I'm just excited at the way you've come with your arms open, with your minds open to meet me. I'm assuring you that if you have any need, once you join Maxwell Investments Group as a partner, once you join Gawu, there is nothing that Mr. Edward, or there is nowhere in Ghana that Mr. Edward or myself or my partners, you saw the Burkina Faso Chamber of Commerce, you've seen Nana Otukwa with 400,000 acres of land. There is no call that we can't make to help you. And yeah, you were asking about whether you pay for hotel bills. We are now your representative here as well. If you have, I was telling my dad that, Mebaho, I'll come to the north. I have to come and also visit you. I have to come and be with you guys for a while, so that you can also understand that it's not one way. As much as I want to be your representative here, I also would want to say, oh, Okwa, Fred Farouk. Farouk is my brother. He's there. I know Farouk. I mean, Farouk is me. I would want to be able to tell a company or my friend or anybody that calls me that I have people in Binduri. I have people over there. That is where big dreams are made, because we sleep, we wake up, we think of things, and then suddenly it appears. I know him from Achimota School. I went to SS with him. I've known him for over 10 years now. And things that we just thought of suddenly are materializing because there was a strategy. We didn't get it the first year, but we put a strategy in place and moved there and there and there. And the strategy here is that I have prepared for you. That is why the Chamber of Commerce was here. The Burkina Faso Transport Union is here, because I am envisioning that with logistics, like he said, with agricultural commodities trading comes logistics. You've been here logistics. And right now, to be frank with you, they are the best around here right now when it comes to the size of the orders that you would need. It's all up to your appetite, Dad. As much as you can give us, we will take, because it is not MIG against you farmers. No, it is MIG and you farmers as against whoever wants to come and deal with us. I'm not going to promise anybody anything until I speak with you. Until you tell me what you want, until I tell you what I can give, I have not going to promise anybody anything. So I am not under obligation to be against you guys. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. It's not me against you. It is us fighting to better ourselves, to get as much opportunities as possible. Because that's how all the big guys did it. And that is how I envision that we should do it. So Farouk, anything you guys want moving forward, it might not all happen today or tomorrow. An ID. It might all happen today or tomorrow. But at a point in time, we will address each and every concern. I'm sure that after today and tomorrow, I will make a lot of family here. I'm sure that I will be calling you guys and we'll be speaking. I'm sure that we will learn a lot about how, just like how it took a while before I understood the Afram Plain farmers' issues and how best we can collaborate with them. I'm sure that it will take a short while, but we will understand your practices in the upper regions and how best the Maxwell Investments Group can come in. Pertaining to Gawu, when it comes to welfare in Ghana, I don't know I didn't know anywhere else that's better than Gawu. So when my big brother came and we spoke about everything, we decided to move forward. So you are truly, truly, truly welcome. Thank you for the spirit of brotherhood with which you have come to us. And I'm hoping that after today, great things will open up for us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
At this juncture, I'll call on Auntie Emi to take us through the next session.
It looks like are you hungry or you are sleepy? Or we are in a hurry to do the do? Can we be upstanding? I like us to, shake ourselves a little. After taking the snack, we'll just break the ice. I hope everybody can see me. We are going to choose a word, and we are going to spell that word with our waist. Hello? Beautiful.
The full stop. The full stop can be front or back. So choose which one you want.
Back. What a move. Back.
You can do both. So let's go. Bam, bam. That's
Thank you very much. We only wanted to break the ice. We've been sitting for too long. This part of forums and workshops are the parts that most people don't like. But this is also the part that is very crucial. So we'll have to go through it. It's just for 30 minutes. And I'm going to do something. Eja, can I get my flip chart stand? We are going to get 5 groups. Okay. So this group activity that we are going to do is basically to help us understand better the farmers' situation And then also to help all of us, the parties, to negotiate for the benefit of all. In fact, we came for serious business, and it is that we are going to do. So my group of 5 is going to be like this. My group 5 is going to be Madam Mariama, village man, where is he? Village man there. Maxwell, Edward, Carraway, Anthony Wache, Honorable, Mr. Andrew Stego. Now that you are here, you join. Mr. Farouk, the other one I have forgotten. And then Honorable Nana, you join them. This group 5, you are going to take copies of the agreement and you are going to deliberate on it out there where we went to have our snacks. So either the restaurant or the snack area. So please, those I've mentioned your names, tell them that they should give me the agreement. Now, those of us who are going to be here, we are going to be in 4 groups. So we are going to do it like this. We are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4s, all 2s, all 1s. Then we also have questions here. We are going to answer. 30 minutes. Don't waste time. Watch material. Then we'll come back, present what we have discussed, what we think is going to help all of us. They are also going to come back and tell us what they discussed, the work that we gave them. And then we are going to finish today. Hello? If you are feeling sleepy, please tell me. Raise your hand. I will only take, how much is club beer? 6 cedis or 7 cedis or 10 cedis. I'll just take that and I'll allow you to sleep. Hello? Who is feeling sleepy? Nobody. When it comes to this, nobody is feeling sleepy. Okay. So, Mr. Carey. I think on this note, I would allow you to get up so that I can count my people who are here. Yes, you are going to work on this. So those names that I mentioned, please, if you do me the honors. Yes, they are going there. And leave. Yes, please leave. So that we'll get more space for this afternoon. I am the boss. I'm the village. You are the village man. I'm the village woman. Okay. No. I've given them what they are going to discuss. So they'll share it amongst themselves.
Right.
Now, those of us here, we are going to count. Beautiful lady. Start 1. Boss. There be boss start 1. We are going for 4 groups. 1. Remember your number. 1. You are 1. Sawa. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are finished. So, how many groups? Please, all ones. All ones. Can you raise your hand? All ones. Please come forward. Group 1 can come and sit here. All twos. All twos. Please, group 1 can come and sit here. I've elevated your position to this place. All twos. All twos, please raise your hand. You can go to that corner there, the right corner there. All threes. I'm part of the three. All threes. 3 will pick this side, this corner. All 3. All threes. Number 3. Please. Are you number 3? All 4s. It was an even number, so immediately I see that there's an odd number. Somebody. All 4s. 4 can be here. 4 can be here. 1 is here. 2 is here. 3 just sits here. 4 is here. That's okay. 4 is here. Oh, you don't like the air condition? Okay. So now let's look at the questions. Group 1 and 3 are looking at the same thing. Group 1 and Group 3. Your questions, I think, is farming your only job? What other businesses do you have? Is that it? Group 1 and 3. Look at your questions. Is it the same? Yeah. Beautiful. So much as we want to continue, we also have to close as the music is getting nicer and the dance is getting beautiful. The villagers have to go home. Without wasting too much time, I'm going to give the microphone to our leaders sitting here. They are going to give us some brief messages. We spent the whole day, and after the closing, we are going to continue the negotiation. That is why we came. We have to close it, we have to sign it, and then we know the deal is done. So we are going to work as workers still, whether you are a farmer, you are a formal worker, a private worker, we are all workers. And we are going to work for the good of our country. On that note, I'll give it to Chairman One. Thank you.
On behalf of my colleagues that I came with from the Upper East or the Nuclear Farmers Network, on my own behalf, I would want to express our sincere gratitude to the organizers, to the sponsors. We know a few names that were in touch with us in the organization, but to attempt to mention names, you may miss one and then muddy the waters. So all those who have contributed in diverse ways to get us informed and involved, and we are here, we are grateful. We are equally grateful to the Chief Executive Officer of MIG and his team for the rather wonderful, open, and I don't know what adjective to give. Fulfilling might be appropriate, even though we haven't signed anything yet. We haven't landed on any contract. But, on to borrow the term, the aroma of the discussions, to me, is good enough to ginger our energy. My colleagues will bear with me that when we arrived this morning, we all looked very tired and weary. But after breakfast, when we came and started, the energy that, propelled us during the discussions cannot be described. It is unfortunate that those who missed and could not come, I think they've missed a lot. And I thank God I was nearly one of the people who miss a lot, but divine intervention, because I wanted my son to represent me, and he too had an interview today. So as a result, I was compelled to make the trip. And thank God I didn't miss out. So I would want to sincerely state that no matter what, we think we are very pleased with the onset. And there's a local saying that if the market will be good, it starts in the morning. The science will tell you whether it will be a good market or a bad market. And I think the signs we have seen so far is a sign of good market. So before I sit, I want to tell CEO, his team, Gawu, and all the contributors who have managed to bring us here, that we are equally very young. Despite my gray hair, I'm young in the business. Despite my gray hair, the ladies might look younger, but I think they are more experienced in some of these things. So we may falter somewhere along the line. Treat us as experienced toddlers who are learning to walk. And so we don't consider any mishaps or any mistakes we may make as deliberate or stubborn children. No. If a child is stubborn, he's still a child. So it is your duty to mold, and that will consider you as parents to help mold us, so that we also become economically empowered to contribute our quota as partners, as the chief executive said here. We are happy and willing to be partners for the growth of our businesses, for the growth of the agri sector, and for the growth of Ghana. Thank you very much for your attention. We are grateful.
Thanks for the opportunity again to share a word. My word in the morning and my word in the evening are certainly not going to be the same. Because during the period, one has been transformed, one has said a lot of messages, one has interacted, and we have a very close, tight family now. As I indicated in the morning, we are a trade union that seeks the welfare, the economic and social welfare, well-being of the workers. And when we talk about the workers, we are talking about the farmers, we are talking about those that are paid, and then we are also talking about those who provide the money. Our duty as a trade union is to, as much as possible, enhance this protection and promotion of the social and economic well-being of anybody who has come into contact with us. We believe in the farmers, and we believe that they deserve more than what they are having today. But we know that using the traditional approach, we may not be able to satisfy them. We have therefore decided, and that is the reason why Gawu decided to sign and request MIG to become the financial advisor to Gawu. So IMG duty and relationship will continue to advise us, look for finances, and link us to those ones so that we can let our members tap into it. Look, this is the beginning of it. And you, the farmers from the network, Farmers Network, are the first to tap into this great opportunity. You see, we may think it doesn't mean anything, but this is the beginning of greater things that can happen to you, and you will never believe that starting it this way, that is the window to the greater things. MIG, our relationship with them, they share the same vision and objective like Gawu, to help promote and protect the social and economic well-being of the people. So no matter what, we will arrive at a deal. And what is that deal? Farmers' biggest worry, their biggest worry is not about how to produce. It's about when you produce and you don't have the market. Today, we are trying to create that market that will now induce you to produce as much as you want. The little that I know, and the relationship that we have, and what we want to tap into globally, the global financial well. There's so much millions of dollars and pounds and euros everywhere looking for people who are genuine to use. Gawu is a credible globally, nationally, and historically over 60 years. Where Gawu is, where Gawu's hand is, it is like ordained and it is accepted globally. That is why we have intervened in this. I want to assure you that as farmers, we are not going to do anything that will be less than just your interest and your well-being. The same way, MIG, our mediation and this relationship is for the good of both MIG, the farmers, and the country as a whole. So you can continue to trust and rely on Gawu, because it is not that we are saying it, it is just because we have lived it over 60 years as a union. We want to thank everybody, and we hope that this is only the good beginning and the better.
There's one thing I need to learn about Eddie. I'll try my best not to talk after him next time. Eddie will say he's a very good orator and he has said all the good points, and it leaves me with very little to say, aside the fact that on behalf of Maxwell Investments Group, my board members have been in contact with me the whole time, asking me how you are, what discussions that we are having. My partners have been asking about you. So we are all very much interested in your well-being. Just like Eddie said, your welfare is very much important to us. Business is about relationships. That's what I believe. I mean, you can sign a contract with someone, but if we don't have the relationship, it's very short-lived. So I'm very much interested in the relationship that we have formed today, ever since you came. I would repeat again that you have come with a certain, as he said, an aroma, a very positive aroma that we are hoping that will carry on from now moving on. So on behalf of me, my board of directors, my staff, my management, on behalf of Gawu, my lead partner, my other partners, thank you so much for coming. Even though, like he said, we have not signed anything yet, we have we have very good signs that everything is going to go on very well. Thank you so much. We have very much in store for you, and more. There's more to come. This is the one step of many. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Please, when we close, we have forms that you are all going to fill. The Gawu forms that you are going to fill to show that we've also started that relationship. So when we finish the program, I'll be sitting in front here. You come and then we sign that forms.
Thank you.
The team that was working out there, please, you go back out and then finish the actions, the negotiations. Rest, please, come to the front here and let's sign the Gawu forms. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you.